And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan. And once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for this brand new episode of Wandavision Season 1, Episode 7. And before I begin, gotta let you guys know, spoilers, 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 and spoilers. Now, so far, WandaVision has become such a roller coaster of emotions and craziness that has been going on since the beginning of the show. We all know Wanda, has some grief. She's been dealing with a lot of grief. Not the fact that she lost her parents, she lost her home, she lost Vision, her brother. She's lost a lot. So, Wanda, at this point is like, she took a town and pretty much made it into her own, I guess, paradise. So, we watched it progress from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s up to the modern day, which today's episode basically is a modern day family version of, WandaVision, which we got to see Wanda pretty much be more depressed than ever, in a sense that, she, I guess, felt guilty of what she did, because last week's episode, she, was the Halloween special. She wasn't sure why Pietro was there, even though technically Pietro was there due to the fact that, she summoned him, but we get to more of that in a minute. Then we, see Vision, he's questioned himself. Who am I? Why can't I remember certain things? Why are the people acting strangely, especially when he touches them? He tries to leave. Of course, Wanda finds out and pretty much stretches the, I guess, that bubble that she has around the town more further down the road, I believe. And all the people who are part of the Sword and their little headquarters gets transformed into the circus, and including Darcy. Darcy ends up becoming a what do you call them? An escape artist. Yeah, she becomes an escape artist. That's what it is. We get to see her team up with Vision in this episode, try to get back to Wanda to try to, I guess, calm her down. While that's all happening, you have poor Wanda, who's trying to just, she's moping in the house. She's just not feeling her like herself. Agnes takes the kids to her house so that she could, Wanda could be alone. And then we see, in the outside world, Monica Rambeau, she tries to get back inside the dome so that way she could try to talk Wanda down. And eventually she does get there successfully. She gets the help of some scientists. Nothing really no really major surprise yet. I think that's going to be episode 9 or maybe even episode 8. We did get a big surprise in this one though, but also not really. But I'll get to that in a minute. Let's see. So yeah, Monica goes in there. She eventually encounters Wanda, and then things start to happen where we get a little, like, I guess, a little fight. Not too big, but a little fight. And then, of course, we get to see Monica Rambeau somewhat power up her powers in a way, because we all know eventually Monica Rambeau will get her powers and become Photon or whatever they want to call her, because she has so many different names. Captain Marvel 2, whatever they want to call her moving forward, because we all know she's going to be in Captain Marvel 2. And, we weren't sure if she was going to have her powers before then or after, or, during Captain Marvel 2. But I believe we have got the seeds of her getting her powers in WandaVision. I think Wanda's powers pretty much, after Monica's been in there for so long, kind of changed her DNA, and now she has her powers. It hasn't come out yet fully, but I believe it's going to happen here. Maybe in the last 2 episodes, which we have left. Anyway, then we find out that, as is all going on, we do get to hear monologues of, Vision and Wanda, kind of like in the Modern Family TV show, how they look at the camera like, yeah, it was a very hard day, I felt mopey and all that stuff. We saw another commercial, about taking, medicine. So a lot of people think that this could be this could be something that's more trauma. I feel like Wanda has got to the point where she's starting to realize she's pretty much made a huge mistake, and she doesn't know how to fix it. Because and when you watch this episode, you see her powers kind of like go back and forth from like the 50s, 60s, and all those time periods. It's kind of like all glitchy. So we got to see that. Then we got the big reveal at the end, where we find out who technically really is the villain, or a villain per se, in WandaVision, and that's Agatha. Or, as she's known in the comic books, Agatha Harkness. Agatha Harkness is also a witch, wizard, a sorceress. And we get a little montage of her. Actually, they sing a little song about her being involved with everything. She was the one who's been controlling all the people. And, she brought in Pietro. So, and spoiler for those who like dogs, she's the one who killed the dog that the boys found. So, yeah. Agnes has been doing all this to Wanda the entire time. It does question, though, like, okay, so it does make more sense, the fact that, okay, Wanda did capture all these people herself, so that was all Wanda. But I'm starting to think that when, the episode when, Vision talked to his friend at work, and he said, oh, she's in my head, I think he was talking about Agnes, not Wanda, so that's something completely different. Wanda's not going to be the main villain here, obviously. Yeah, did she start this a little bit? Yeah, sure, but I feel like, when you have a new toy and you playing with it, and then your friend shows up, and then they change the arrangement of how you have all your little figures set up, and then change it for their benefit, it makes it, it's still your toy and you set up, but your friend just came over and just arranged it. But, you both say it equal playtime. That's what this feels like. It feels like Wanda set this whole up. She was miserable. She was depressed. She wanted Vision back. She wanted to have a peaceful life with him. But then Agnes shows up and pretty much tweaks it to the point where it benefits her. I mean, Wanda literally goes down a basement, and then we see Agnes show up and was like, oh yeah, I've been doing all this myself. She has purple magic, so that's cool. But I wonder if there's any more pieces to this puzzle. Maybe somebody's controlling Agnes. Maybe she's working with somebody. Maybe a Mephisto or Nightmare. A lot of people saying, we do get to find out why Hayward wants Vision's body. Apparently, he wants to bring him back to life, or the way he used to be. And that brings up a question: is like, could Ultron be coming back? Possible. Like, who knows? You never know. Remember the last time we wanted to see Ultron? Ultron did want to take Vision's body in Age of Ultron to transfer his consciousness into him to be the ultimate, robot and destroy the universe himself. So there's a possibility that Ultron could come back. But yeah, this episode was very interesting. I mean, we don't know what happened to the boys. Vision's on his way back. Monica Rambeau is starting to show signs of her powers. So, who knows what episode 8's going to bring. But man, I can't wait to see what happens. I still don't believe that there's another villain involved, but who knows. Somebody's coming in the last episode. Luke Skywalker level. But only time will tell. We have to wait to see who that is. A lot of people think it's Magneto. A lot of people think it's Mr. Fantastic. I'm starting to believe it might be actually Ultron. Once they defeat Agnes, with the help of not only Darcy, who's with Vision, or then Vision left her to fly to the house. So Darcy's going to show up eventually. Monica's already there. She, at the end of the episode, it does say please stand by, but there's a little mid-credit scene where Monica opens I guess the outside doors to the basement. I don't know what you call that. She opens it up, and then Pietro shows up and just uses magic on her. So what is that gonna lead up to? No idea. But this episode was bonkers. It's just poor Wanda. She feels so guilty for what she's done. She pretty much upset the man that she loves. She doesn't know how to explain it to her children. You know, all the people in the town are like putting on happy, smiley faces because of her. But now also, you know, the townsfolk are being pretty much controlled by Agnes. I feel like the townsfolk were being controlled by Agnes the whole time. And when Wanda took them, they were just doing their own thing. They had no pay mind to it. But when Agnes got involved, she's just like, yeah, you do this. If you don't do this, she's going to hurt you guys. But really, it was really Agnes who was doing everything. So, yeah. But yeah, great episode. I'm kind of sad there's only 2 episodes left. I mean, the last episode airs on my birthday, so that's, you know, that should be very, very fun. But, yeah. Now that we know that Agnes has been doing all this, what do you guys think about this? Do you think she's the only villain in this? Do you think there's somebody else involved? Who do you think is the big, oh my god, coming back character in the show? Or new character, if they're going to introduce a new character? I'm starting to believe it's actually going to be Ultron. But, who knows? I mean, there's not a lot of evidence that points out that Ultron will come back. But, you know, they have the technology to bring back, you know, an AI in Sword, so it is possible that they accidentally bring him back to life. You never know, and he can just take over Vision's body, reassemble it, and Ultron will live again, and then we'll have to fight him in a future Marvel movie. But yeah, or this could just end up in Spider-Man 3, setting up Spider-Man 3, and then eventually setting up Doctor Strange 2, because we all know that Wanda's gonna be a part of it. But Wanda's gonna be a part of it, but only time will tell. And we just have to wait to see what happens at the very end of the episode. And it's going to be a bummer that it's going to end. But, you know, at least we have Falcon and Winter Soldier next. That's going to be fun. But, yeah, I still enjoy the show. And I kind of want more. But, yeah, it's going to be a bummer. So, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about WandaVision, episode 7. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys like it? What's your theories moving forward now? What did you guys think about the big bad guy reveal at the end of the episode? If you've seen it, and what do you think is going to happen next? Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Thank you very much, and have a good day.